Hey everybody, Shane Presley here, Rock Paper Podcast. Thank you so much for checking out another episode of the show. Today's features Malibu 92. Had a whole lot of fun hanging out with these guys the other night, talking about their brand new EP and their big old release party happening Wednesday night, August 18th at Red Flag here in St. Louis with the public, Post Sex Nachos, and Ryan Cheney. So grab those tickets, and you're going to hear more about it on today's episode, along with a little sneak peek at their new EP. I do want to remind you that Rock Paper Podcast is always brought to you by Roughneck Beard Company and American Rambler, located right here in St. Louis, over in the Maplewood area. Stop by and visit them at the shop, or shop 24/7 at roughneckbeardcompany.com. Use my code RPP15 for an exclusive 15% off your purchase, including all your favorite beard oils, beard balms, your junk powder, or any of their other wonderful grooming products over there. You know, during the hot summer months, it may be tempting to shave, but did you know that having a beard can keep you cooler in the summer heat? Beards provide protection from UV rays and keep sweat off your face to keep you cooler longer in the hottest heat. Just make sure to keep your beard clean with Roughneck's house-made beard bar, all natural soap with milled oats and African black soap. Cleanses amazingly without stripping away your natural oils. And if you do decide to shave it off, do it with American Rambler's amazing pre-shave oils and Miracle Tonic aftershave. Either way, they've got you covered. Again, shop 24/7 at roughneckbeardcompany.com. And don't forget that code RPP15 at checkout. Also, super excited to have a brand new show sponsor for you all, and that is Keith Brake Photography and KBP Studios. Keith has been working hard around the St. Louis area, shooting photography for a long time, doing a lot of live music stuff. Now he's opened up a brand new studio over in DeCoin, Illinois. So you can come by and visit the studio, and of course that includes portraits, theme sessions, and promo sets. So if you or the band or whatever you need for any photography needs, check out KeithBrakePhotography.com. Right now, Keith is offering a great deal, offering 10% off all sessions during this promo period if you mention Rock Paper Podcast. You may have seen some of the wonderful work he's been doing with Steve Ewing of The Urge, Learn from K-She, or my buddy ATG from Discrepancies. So if you haven't checked those out, of course, you can find all of those pictures and more on Keith's Facebook and Instagram, or again, KeithBrakePhotography.com. So yeah, check it out. All your photography needs, KeithBrakePhotography.com. Also, big thanks to everybody that's been continuing to buy merch. I appreciate your support. If you don't have a little Cheney shirt and you want one, you can visit buyjack.com/rockpaperpodcast today and take home a brand new little Cheney shirt, or a logo shirt, or tank top, or a hat, all kinds of good stuff up there in multiple colors and sizes. And so check out the merch store today. Also, it's show week, everybody. We have a big show, singer-songwriter storytelling showcase, returning August 21st at the Focal Point in Maplewood, Missouri. Bringing along Andy Sido from Denver, Colorado, Anthony J. Russo, Nick Gussman, and Karen Choi. So come on out to that show. It is outdoor. It's BYOB, so bring your cooler, bring your lawn chair, come on out and sit with us outside. So we were going to do it inside, but with the protocols changed, everything's kind of shifted outdoors. So we're going to try that, and hopefully it turns out to be a real nice Saturday night with us. So grab some tickets at thefocalpoint.org and come out and have a good time. With all that out of the way, sit back, relax, and enjoy this brand new episode with my friends, Malibu 92.
Podcast is kind of like it's like a radio show that's not on the radio. It's on the internet. Does that make sense? Uh-huh. Yeah. That's also like my mom. It makes it sound more confusing, doesn't it? It sounds like this.
Hey guys, we're Malibu 92, and you're listening to Rock Paper Podcast.
Woo!
That was pretty good.
That was pretty dope.
Rock Paper Podcast.
Scissors beat paper, paper covers rock. Rock beats scissors, Shane covers non-stop. Never know what new kind of guest that he's got coming at you. Live and direct on the spot, could be rock, folk, country, or hip-hop, jazz. All kind of folks that he has. Could be an artist or a comedian to make you laugh on the
Rock Paper Podcast.
double-decker fudge round, rolling round town. Shane coming at you live and direct from ground zero. He's your hero, he's your bestie. Rock Paper Podcast with Shane Presley.
Rock Paper Podcast.
Hey everybody, Shane Presley here, Rock Paper Podcast, coming to you from St. Louis, Missouri. Hanging out today with the guys of Malibu 92. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There they are.
The boo.
Welcome to
AKA the boo.
Yeah.
welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you
This
for having us.
yeah, this is I start quite a few of these this way, and which is cool for me. People might get tired of me doing the same intro on a lot of them, but I don't care because. But that's the case today. Was like this me doing this show is a great excuse to continually meet new people and new music coming out of our city, and and that's the case today. Like I said, this is our first time meeting, and I just recently learned of the band. I've known you guys. I've known the name a little bit, but then with the new EP, I really did a deep dive into what you guys are doing, and so this was a lot of fun for me to get to actually meet you guys and talk about the music and everything. So thank you for doing this.
Oh yeah. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely, yeah.
Before we get going too far into it, you guys want to go around the mics and introduce yourselves properly for those listening?
Sure, I'll go first since we're couch buddies. Yeah, my name is Andrew, and I play guitar in the boo.
My name is Nathan, and I play the bass. Slappity bass.
I'm Aiden, and I play the drums.
And I am also Andrew, but you can call me Craven. I'm the vocalist.
Yeah, very nice. Is that your last name?
Yeah, Craven.
Yeah. I guess you gotta find something to
having two
I've been called Craven most of my life anyway.
Right.
Do little sports and extracurriculars and stuff,
Sure.
so it's easier that way anyway.
Yeah. It's it does seems like Andrew's not super common, but anybody likes or anything like that. There's always got to have some kind of some kind of differential thing, but especially having two guys in the band, the same band.
We know an obscene amount of Andrews.
Right.
Yeah, it's really disgusting.
Yeah, I feel like I know way too many.
And we're born 8 days apart.
All right.
So we were almost the same person.
Yeah.
This close.
Yeah. I was I guess kind of fortunate growing up that I think in my graduating class there was only one other Shane, so it was very not a super common name at all, and so that was pretty convenient. But the funny thing is now as an adult, so I go to my local QT quite a bit, and they found out. I don't know how exactly what it was, but they ended up finding out my name and that Shane Presley, and they got a huge kick out of it because there's also another Shane Presley that works for QT. So they thought it was hilarious that they know two Shane Presleys now, and
That's funny.
Well, we have not yet met, but the guys that work there are just every time they come, hey, Shane Presley, and they just so they say my full name, and I'm like whatever, I'm glad they get a kick out of it, but
That's funny.
yeah, so it's kind of weird knowing that there's somebody else out there with my same name and stuff.
Yep.
So and pretty close to me. So apparently, so But anyway, so like I said, you guys have a brand new EP that we just released here in June, and we got a big old party coming up to celebrate this. And so I thought this would all be perfect timing to sit down and talk about all this stuff. And like I said, get to know you guys a little better. So I like to kind of start at the beginning. Just I feel like that's the proper place to start. And so if you guys don't mind filling me in on some of the backstory, a little bit of the group, how things got started for you all.
Okay, so, well, me and Andrew, we've been playing in bands together since middle school, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess technically, I played in a band with Craven. We did one show, or two shows.
Two.
It was like a talent show thing
Yeah,
in like high school.
school.
We or I guess it was a middle school, yeah, and we covered like Boulevard of Broken Dreams at like the talent show. It was not good. It
was actually pretty bad.
And then, kind of things shifted around. And I started playing with Andrew in a different band, Andrew Vors.
Me.
It's going to be a little confusing to people that don't know the different Andrews. But
Andrew and Craven.
Yeah. So we started playing together. And, like in high school, when you got a lot of musicians and stuff, the bands go through a lot of different evolutions, and you have a lot of emotions involved, people kicking people out of bands and other people, quitting and splitting up, it's high school stuff. But it got to a point where me and Nathan were kind of talking about, this was after me and Andrew, our band had like, quote unquote, like broken up, I guess.
Which their last show that they played at Cicero's, rest in peace, Cicero's.
Yeah,
that show was what inspired me to like learn how to play bass and be like, yo, I want to start a band.
Mm-hmm. So then, the two of us, we were kind of talking about like starting something. Nathan, he learned the bass basically from
a video game,
from Rocksmith. Yeah.
Born and raised on Rocksmith.
Yeah. And he got pretty good pretty fast. I'll give him that. So, the two of us were talking, and Andrew was playing in a different band at the time.
And funny, I was playing bass in that band.
He was playing bass.
I was playing bass, yeah.
And
so
Andrew's he's a guitarist at heart.
I was like, can I please play guitar?
Yeah. So we
no offense.
Hey, man, bass isn't for everyone.
Yeah.
So we kind of snatched him from that other band.
Yeah,
I was glad to be snatched.
And then it was the three of us, me, Nathan, and Andrew, and I guess this was like later in high school.
Yeah, it's like senior year.
Yeah, it was like senior year. And the three of us were like a band. We played like just as like a one-time like backing band am I thinking of something else?
Me and Andrew were like together, like having like a practice, and we were like, yo, we gotta find a singer.
Mm-hmm.
And then Aiden was like, yo, I actually know this guy, Andrew Craven, who is like a total baller at singing now. And so like we got to see if he'll do it. And then we went to this battle of the Warrior Idol.
Yeah.
And Craven sang Dream On was that the final round? He sang Dream On, and man, it was immaculate. And that was the day we were like, yo, we gotta get this guy in our band. And then he joined us.
Yes, sir.
And that was the start of Malibu 92.
The beginning of Malibu.
Of Malibu.
Because we were originally Malibu.
There was no 92.
There was no 92. And then we just like
as we were about to release our first.
Yeah.
When we were about to release our first song, we were like, oh, we can't just release it under the name Malibu because
how many people?
Yeah, there are a million other Malibus.
Yeah, it's
like on the internet, whether you're talking about
it's tough
the
to
place,
find.
The alcohol, the whatever. So yeah, we tacked on the apostrophe 92, and these other guys, they might deny it, but they hated it.
I was partial to it at first. I've since come around.
But
I've come a long way from there.
It's grown on me.
Yeah.
It was more of a screw you guys. We're doing this anyways, and then we were like, okay, fine.
Well, it was like
Usually how most
you
decisions
guys can't
go.
think of anything better, then we're going with
Yeah,
this.
and we really couldn't think anything anybody wanted to agree on.
And no one could beat Malibu 92.
We like it. It has a little ring to it.
Oh,
It
yeah,
has a little ring
Yeah.
to it. I think it's cool. If
Yeah.
you don't know, it's
I mean, we all
kinda-
like it now.
It's
We all
kind
like
of
it.
based, it's kind of based on the Coin songs where we really got it from, Malibu 1992. If you know them, we do like Coin a lot.
Coin's
So
pretty
it
good.
kind of came from there, but I like it now.
Yeah, that it's tricky. Even naming this show and everything. I mean, just naming anything like that you're gonna like identify as and put on the internet and like make it official. Like it gets tricky trying to come up with something that's not already been taken, or something similar to something else or whatever. So it's yeah,
It's your brand,
right.
You want to make it good.
Yeah,
How are you going to stand out with your brand?
right. But that's the thing. Is like people have been naming bands and things forever, so it's like
It's tough.
all the good ones are and like
Yeah.
so
You can't be just Spoon anymore.
right, yeah.
Like, all the words.
Yeah.
Coin.
Yeah.
So, one word.
But Malibu 92 definitely works, man. And I like I feel like all the imagery that you guys are working on was just like the colors and the font and everything, kind of this synth and kind of maybe like even like kind of a retro wave or some kind of that kind of vibe to some of the stuff. Like it just all kind of works to this kind of time of Malibu in 1992 kind of thing. Like it all kind of works together, so it's fun to see the sound, the look, and everything's going on. Like it's cool, man. So I'm digging it. It's all working, man.
Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
Very much so.
It's a good
All right.
thing.
So you guys put the band together. We got the lineups solidified and things, and then we got a couple singles we put out early on, right? And what was like 19 was that the first one? 2019.
Right?
Yeah.
So
Caroline was 19.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chemical Caroline. That was our first
Yeah, first
Right.
one we
song
released.
release.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we finally got the full EP together. So we got, like, again, some of those singles are available. Everything's out there digitally on wherever you're getting your music at. But we want to get into talking about Weaponize Your Love EP, now available. And man, this was a ton of fun, man, because I really didn't, again, not knowing a ton about you all, I didn't really know exactly what I was getting myself into when I hit play. So that's always the fun of it, just to like go in with a open mind, and hit play and see where this thing goes. And I listened to it probably like about 3 times on the way over today. I got a nice little drive, so it gives me time to prepare myself. And but I really enjoyed the sounds that were coming through on this, and it was again just a lot of fun. And these are a bunch of 4 great songs, man. So I thought this would be, again, cool to like deep dive into some of these stories behind some of these tracks and how these all came to be on the EP. Let's start with track 1. This is Gold. And anything come to mind around Gold, guys, that you guys want to share?
So that was the second song I think that we actually wrote on the EP.
Yeah.
The Lipreader was the first one. And when we wrote the Lipreader, we were kind of, this was just like we had finished writing all the other songs, and we were just kind of, writing another song, just seeing what we could come up with. And then when we started working on Gold, we started to notice kind of some similarities between like that and the Lipreader, and like as far as like the overall aesthetic. And that's kind of when we realized maybe we were kind of onto something like more cohesive with this new EP. Because I think, the 4 of us would agree that kind of that, whenever we were writing The Move, the songs on that, I think each song kind of stands, firm on its own, but as like one cohesive piece, that's just not really what we had in mind. But then I think when we were writing Gold, that's when we realized that's kind of what we had going on now. We were starting to formulate our sound in a way that had a certain like aesthetic to it. And
we already had our sound defined, so we just like oh, what do we want to do with it?
Right.
Use it to the best of our ability.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Gold. I do remember specifically when we started writing this, it started around that one synth, you know, they hear right in the beginning. And I was on like FaceTime or something with Nathan.
Oh yeah.
We weren't all together in there. This is at the time I was just, you know, playing with synths and stuff just on my own. I had that and I called Nathan and we start talking about like just how to, you know, build around that. Because that's how a lot of our songs start is, you know, we'll have like one like synth or one like guitar riff or something and then go from there. But we had that one little synth loop. And I don't remember, we were just talking about, we were like, yo, what if we had like the bass line kind of following that same, you know, melody? And we thought that was really sick. So we did that. And then we figured out, you know, just like the general like chord progression around it. I mean, that was the chorus right there. You know, we had the guitar playing like those chords over that bass line. I could get real nerdy about, you know, how the bass line doesn't modulate the progression, but the guitar does, you know, but I won't get that deep into it. And then I remember another session, you know, a lot of times when we're writing our songs too, like we'll write one little part and then kind of sit on it for a few days or something, come back and write another part to it. And that's kind of what happened with this one. I remember another time I was with Andrew and we were trying to figure out like a verse. And I was like, yeah, just give me like the poppiest kind of like, you know, guitar pick in here you can like it for this verse. And I think that's kind of how we try to formulate a lot of our songs. We're like, let's make this part super poppy and then this part like heavy as hell. Like, you know, so that's kind of, I think we sort of achieved that.
Yeah, I really enjoyed, I remember coming up with that riff and then being like, ooh, okay, this is maybe a little cool. Because definitely I felt like that was one of the first times with kind of my playing. Not that it is super complicated by any means, it's not. But that I was able to kind of simplify it in a way where it was able to kind of have that space while also still kind of being interesting at the same time. And then when Craven vocals come on there, I mean, here we go, you know?
Craven just shows up and writes
but
then it's a song.
Steals the show.
Yeah, but I definitely kind of builds the suspense in the verses, kind of creates a vibe. I think we kind of view this song like kind of as a flex, kind of.
It's like a baller song.
Yeah, it's kind of a baller song. So it was really just having fun with it. And I think that for me is a big part of the reason that I think we're all as happy with the song as we are. For me, we might have done Lipreader first. I think you're right, but it was around the same time. It was around the same time, but I remember at least getting the mix back for Gold the first time.
We recorded Gold.
We recorded Gold first. Yeah. When we got that mix back, I was just like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe it.
I listened to it nonstop. And then when it came out, nonstop for like 3 days.
We only listen to our own music. Our influences ourselves.
Sailing my chain and go. I'm working it tenfold. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Say what you wanna say, I won't listen anyway. Say you're sorry, bitch, I'm not sorry. Too cool, put the rhythm in my feet. So high, I can feel it in my teeth. Up all night, we don't ever gotta go back home. So fly, two birds under my wing. New vibe, you can feel it when I sing. I never felt so good being on my own.
Probably one of the coolest things I personally think about like Weaponize Your Love is when we were writing it, like that was kind of when we were all spread out. I was in Kansas, Andrew was in Peoria, and Aiden and Craven were both here in St. Louis. And so it was kind of like these spotty writing sessions where like, oh, we're playing a show this weekend. Cool, we can get back for this entire weekend and we'll have a few writing sessions and then we'll go play the show. And, you know, the way we just really kind of had to make it work while we had so much distance, like between all of us, it was really, really cool that we were able to put something together that has come as far as it has.
Yeah, lots of like individual tiny writing sessions, lots of like FaceTime, you know, is this a cool idea? You know, stuff like that.
Yeah. What was like, and we kind of mentioned making that joke about influences, but what, like, when you guys were putting this together and, you know, the four of you, and you're thinking of like the direction that you wanted to go sound wise and stuff, and like, what were some of those names that you threw out? Like, this is the vibe I'm feeling like for this. Cause like, this is kind of I feel like you mentioned that there are those super poppy parts and there are some real heavy parts. So it's like, it's a really a nice blend of, you know, having both of those elements in there and stuff. So like, I don't know, that's what I found was, you know, very unique, I guess, to about this whole project. It really stood out to me, especially, and then throwing a bunch of cool synth stuff on there too. So
yeah, one song that instantly comes to mind, I remember when we were like trying to figure out the lyrics, we're all big fans of John Bellion. Great producer, great musician. He's got the song Fashion, and the first line is I hit him with the boots in July, bitch, I don't need snow. And we thought that was so cool. But the thing about it was like, it's kind of like it's a bit of a flex, the line. Something you would think you'd hear in like, you know, like a rap or like some hip hop song. But the song is like kind of a soft piano ballad. And that's, I think, kind of the vibe that we wanted to go for. We were like, what if we, you know, I think that's kind of the key to making it cool, was having like kind of a hard line like that. You know, like our first line is St. Laurent chain of gold, I'm working at tenfold. That's something you'd probably hear if you just had the lyric just by itself. You might think that's in like a rap song or something. But you take that, throw it behind some soft like guitar picking, and it just got a cool vibe to it. So. Yeah. I was like I said, I was really enjoying this whole EP a lot. So it was cool to hear, man. Like I said, there was definitely some of those lyric wise. There was definitely some of those lines that stood out too. Also, like that. There's a couple of curse words throughout. I noticed, but so maybe I was kind of just maybe kind of laugh, like, because like I was just also thinking about like what would be the radio edit on some of these tracks and stuff like that. So I don't know if you guys had to mess with that at all, having to like record a censored version too, or you guys
I mean, we made one radio edit for Chemical Caroline, and then after that we were kind of just like
I think if one of our songs gets, you know, more traction to the point where it's like,
right,
well,
we should probably do that then. You know.
Yeah, I think the way we probably kind of feel about it is like the song is the song. So kind of the way it is the way that we like it. Yeah. This kind of is the song. You know, and like we're not just trying to just put those words in everywhere, just like
how we can use bad words.
We try to use it where we think it's cool or maybe funny or whatever the reaction is, wherever it's a cool moment. You know,
we try to keep it tasteful.
Yeah. No, it's not like you guys are. It's all over the place, but yeah, it did make me laugh because like I think about like all those you know, like TV edit movies and stuff, and one of them one of my favorite moments is in The Big Lebowski, where Walter's like going nuts out there, and he's like, "This is what happens when you find a stranger in the Alps. This is what," you know, which is not what he says in the movie, but it's one of my favorite edit. Like, it doesn't have anything to do with anything in the movie, and it's like, and just I don't know who thought like, yeah, this is perfect censor right here. Like, let's just put that in there. And
there's a Green Day song I think it is Boulevard of Broken Dreams. He says,
he's
what's
muffed up?
Muffed
Yeah,
up.
muffed up.
I don't even know
makes...
what that means.
Is that like Canadian?
What's muffed up, eh?
It's all muffed up.
But no, I just think about it. There's some weird things that go through my brain whenever I'm. Yeah. Let's talk about the Lipreader. This was just another fun one. But what comes to mind on the Lipreader?
Yeah,
I'll let you tell.
Okay, yeah, I guess so. Well, I mean, the music was written before the lyrics, and that's normally how we do it. We like to put the groundwork down and then come up with something that really puts it all together. But me and Aiden and I, we were watching YouTube because we were trying to find inspiration for the lyrics. And Aiden was like, sometimes when I need some inspiration, I watch Seinfeld. So I was like, all right, let's go for it. So we searched up some Seinfeld and we just kept looking around and then we picked one. It was called The Lipreader.
Mm-hmm.
And
it was the episode where George is dating a girl, and I think she was deaf, and so she but George kind of quote unquote uses her to read people's lips from across the room to kind of see what they're saying. Which, by the way, I don't think is really how that works. I don't think it's quite. I don't think it's quite that easy. But I don't know. I think the name, just the name, the Lipreader. That's really all that we took from it.
Right.
Yeah. Cause I've got too much passion on my tongue. You only came to make your move on every boy that I don't like. Cause you found a way to weaponize your love. But if she gets too close, I might feel too bold. We might lose control. Man, I might lose my head when I'm in her bed. We might lose it all. Cause she's so cold. That's what I'm told. I leave my world. She's a Lipreader, and I need her. We're too close. Everybody knows when she loses her cool. She's a Lipreader, and I need her. Whoa. Text on your cell, you left unread from all the boys that you call friends. Tell me that I'm not your only one. Hands on your thighs with tongue in cheek as you bite your lip and show your teeth. A party for two and we both know we'll come. But if she gets too close, I might feel too bold. We might lose control. Man, I might lose my head when I'm in her bed. We might lose it all. Cause she's so cold. That's what I'm told. I leave my world. She's a Lipreader, and I need her. We're too close. Everybody knows
we thought that had kind of like a
neat kind of
some a little slick to that.
Yeah.
And we thought,
Yeah, we were trying to like write it about, I guess you could say, like a girl who was like, she could know what people wanted, and she would do it to please other people, but to make you angry or other different types of things. Just a smooth criminal type lady.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think this is the song.
It's like the inverse to Gold, really.
Mm-hmm. This is the song where we got the name for the EP, "Weaponize Your Love." That's a lyric in the song, and I think of all of the songs on the EP, this one probably captures that the best. It's kind of got that idea of like the character. It's the girl in the song who kind of uses her charm, I would say.
Yeah.
To kind of get what she wants and play some games a little bit. Therefore, quote unquote, weaponizing her love. So I think, at least when we were writing the lyrics and stuff, it's weird to think that it came from like an episode of Seinfeld, but that's kind of what it evolved into.
Yeah. Well, shout out to Seinfeld.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, we're Seinfeld.
Yeah. I watch some. I don't. There's obviously I never really like went through the whole series or any of that, but like if it's on, like I'll watch some of it, the reruns and things. But I did really get into Jerry's, comedians in cars getting coffee and stuff, and I like Larry David a whole lot, and like all the people involved in that, and I enjoy all their work and stuff. I just and it's just never like I said, I find it funny, and there's a lot of great writing and everything else that, and obviously inspired so much other comedy. Just one of those series I haven't really started from the beginning and gone through the whole thing though. So
Did you ever watch Curb Your Enthusiasm?
No, and actually I haven't, because I didn't have HBO for the longest time, and so I just recently got HBO Max, and so yeah, I might not have to start that over. There's a lot of great TV that I missed at not having HBO and stuff. So but yeah, definitely one I've seen some, whatever clips online and stuff like that, but I never actually properly watched that series either.
It's hard with all the streaming services. You have to really
there's a lot.
But yeah, man. Well, again, we got a big old party we mentioned earlier, and this is happening on August 18th at the Red Flag in St. Louis, Missouri. And just a stacked bill, man. You guys got a lot of my friends on this. It's going to be a cool night for sure. So we'll be celebrating the Weaponize Your Love EP. You guys will be headlining this event and bringing along support from Post Sex Nachos, The Public, and Ryan Cheney, of which Ryan used to be still is the frontman for Fivefold, which now he's doing a lot of solo work and stuff, and but yeah, going to be an incredible evening, man.
We played with Ryan Cheney when he was in Steeples. Actually, we played on their EP release show, so that was a good time. And The Public, they were actually the very first show that we played was with The Public, and it was at
Kirkwood Brewing Station.
Yeah, Kirkwood Brewing Station or Kirkwood Station Brewing.
Station Brewing.
Yeah, that was our very first show that we played, and The Public was on there, so that's how we met them. And
right on.
Yeah,
those guys are a lot of fun too. I met them very early on, as several years back now. But we did a battle of the bands thing at Earth Surf skate park over there, and they were on there, and I think there's 3 high school bands and then an older band that was kind of just there for as mentors or something like that. But we were really only judging the 3, and I can't remember the third, but the 2, The Public, and then the winner was Bleach, who those guys are really talented too. So it was a fun night, man. But that was cool to get to officially meet them a little bit that night, and then they'd been on the show a little while later and stuff. But yeah, really talented young guys, and then I just recently met Post Sex Nachos. We did a one over Zoom during the pandemic and stuff. We did a podcast together and talking about some of their new music, and they got a really cool thing going too.
They're so good.
Yeah, so good.
Really good.
Yeah.
Did not think they were gonna say yes. Just DM.
yeah,
it was a Hail Mary. Okay, let's see. They're like, yeah. Oh yes, thank you.
Yeah.
But everyone on there, it seems like everyone on the lineup is like very, very cool, genuine people. I mean, Ryan is the sweetest. He's one of the sweetest people ever.
For sure.
I always geek out because of the fivefold thing you mentioned.
Yeah.
I've been fivefold day one. And yeah, the public, you gotta love them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, gonna be a cool night. So grab your tickets and come on out. I guess best way to get tickets through the Red Flag website. Is that right? Or...
Yeah, we have a merch link in our bio on like Instagram, Facebook, all the social medias and stuff. The best way is probably get your tickets digitally, through the website. So
yeah, I was just down there the other night, last Wednesday, as we're recording, and it was again they invited me to judge another Battle of the Bands thing, but I've been over there a couple times, but I just like very impressed by everything over at Red Flag. It's just like a really well done, it's a cool vibe in the room, just with those like big shipping containers and stuff. That sounds good. I went to the previous shows I went to there were with like more acoustic with Ryan Cheney, and it was like kind of that vibe. Like it was more of a stripped down kind of thing because it was like socially distanced and all that kind of stuff then. And so this was like cool to hear a proper rock show in there and get loud and weird in there. So it was cool. Like it was nice to having step it up a little bit and hearing what it sounded like in there with the full loud bands and stuff. So, but yeah, I'm excited because it's just something we needed. It's a nice room in St. Louis, man. I'm glad to see a lot of these great spots coming up, and got a couple of new ones that I'm excited to go check out. Even we got the factory out in Chesterfield. I went there for the first time a little while ago, which was really, like beautiful room. I'm excited about that for sure. And then we got St. Louis Music Park opening up here next week, and it's like so. It's nice to see people investing in St. Louis music and stuff, and putting all these new venues up for people to play at, and so
yeah, it's always great to see.
Yeah,
especially after like seeing some of the places we went to a lot in high school that are closed down now. Like Cicero's, like he was talking about earlier, the Firebird,
Double
the
Rip.
Demo, all those places.
Yeah, I do feel. I mean, as much as I love some of these other spots that are coming up now, I do miss like those size rooms, like that 200 to 300 cap kind of someone there in that area, like especially as up and coming bands, locals and stuff. Like we it gives more rooms like that for us to play in and fill it out instead of having like this 1,000 cap venue that looks empty and stuff. So
yeah, it's nice having a smaller room because then it looks like there's more people there.
Yeah, but the Firebird was like such a cool, and Cicero's and all these so those are great little spots for show some local throwdown shows like that. And so I do feel like we're missing that right now in our scene. So hopefully somebody will pop up and open up some new little spot. And I know they just revived the Ready Room over on Manchester.
Oh really?
Yeah.
It's going to be called Hot Java now.
Interesting.
So I get, but somebody just recently bought that and plans to make it a music venue again and stuff. So
yeah, Foo Bar is staying open.
Yep.
Where they were going to close, I think.
Yeah, and then they just decided they were going to close Foo Bar and then open Red Flag, and then they were just like, nah, keep them both.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's cool. I think like some people I've heard make comments like that we don't need any more music venues in town or something like. And I'm like, I don't know. I just think it's cool that people believe in St. Louis music. I mean, even if they're not going to your show necessarily, they're still out supporting live music in our city, and it gets hopefully they'll continue to make more new music fans in town and get people out into more shows and everything else. So,
yeah, the more the music venues are, the more contagious it'll be.
Right.
St. Louis music will spread.
We get more headliners, national acts coming to want to play our city because we had such a bad rap for a long time.
That's very true.
You know, a lot of tourists skipped right over St. Louis, and so I'm trying to hopefully that that's a thing of the past now, and people will want to come back to our city. So, I don't know. It was a weird time there for a good chunk of years. There were people who were afraid to tour through St. Louis thinking they were going to get their shit stolen or whatever and stuff. And
you got to be careful.
Yeah.
Down here.
But, so hopefully that's all a thing of the past now, like I said. But yeah. So grab those tickets, come on out to Red Flag and have a great night with us. And, you guys got some big plans for the evening? Or everything top secret right now?
It's all top secret.
Yeah. We're doing, you guys got any new merch or anything like that, or anything?
I think we're gonna have, some new merch, coming out. A lot of the stuff we're thinking is going to be kind of based around the music videos that we've been releasing. We've gotten a little bit conceptual with this EP and these music videos and stuff. So, I think we're kind of rolling with that. Because we want, when people come to this show, to really kind of, get the full experience. Like if you come to this show and you've listened to the new EP, you've watched the music videos and stuff, you're going to have a really good time. You're going to, we're going to try to include as many little Easter eggs from the music videos as we can. Just because we've had so much fun recording them. That's what I would say to anybody listening that's thinking about coming out. If you're going to
watch the music videos,
music videos,
which
be prepared for, some throwbacks. Keep your eyes peeled for that kind of stuff.
And coming up, I guess at this point, all of the music videos will be out.
Yeah.
So check them.
There you go.
That was a DIY.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. That. So I guess subscribe on the YouTube channel. Is that right?
Yep.
Best way to
all
go.
The videos are up there on YouTube. And
nice.
I
think it was on the way over. I read that MTV debuted today in 1981. I think it was. I think it was something like maybe it was 81, somewhere around there. But it just got me thinking, thinking of music videos, that I was just like, man, obviously YouTube is a great way to have a platform for those, and Instagram and Facebook is so much visual based, content and stuff. So you have to have some sort of that video element to grab people's attention and things. But I was just thinking back, there used to be a time when people, I remember in 2000, when I was in school, when you get out of school, you run home and you turn on MTV and you watched Carson Daly on TRL, and you'd find out if your favorite music video made the countdown that day and all this. That was a thing. And now there's really not it kind of stinks. There's not something like that for these music videos and stuff, besides, like I said, having your own platform on YouTube and stuff to share them. But, I was like, there used to be really celebrated, and I feel like it's kind of a lost art now. There's not really that somebody sharing a lot of these music videos too, very often and stuff. So, and we did get picked up on some of the blogs and some of the, different service reviews and services that are out there and stuff. And that it's a good way to keep sharing them around. But it's I don't know, I'm not sure that whole thing of the idea, the concept of MTV and music videos and stuff kind of went away, but I still think they're a great tool to have. I mean, I love seeing, especially you guys doing this DIY and everything, having your own vision and putting it into it, and I think it's still super cool. I'm not sure why it's not as celebrated as it once was.
I think, yeah. I mean, I think with music videos, why not try to make them unique, you know? Because with these, it is like there's 4 songs, 4 videos, kind of one cohesive piece, you know? We wanted to really just make it where all 4 of them, there's just the one storyline that kind of goes through. And it's not like it's just us just like playing our instruments in the camera. Like there's a bit more to it. We tried to get creative with it, and just because those are the music videos I think we think are really cool, where they kind of do really try to get outside the box, and we tried to kind of create our own kind of thing with it. But yeah, I miss MTV. I do, with all the Michael Jackson. Oh my gosh. So it's definitely inspirations there for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Well, so again, find the videos, get subscribed for more future content and everything too. Be sure to follow along on your Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for more updates along the way. And but let's talk about another track from this EP titled Black Denim. What comes to mind around Black Denim, guys?
So I think Black Denim, when we were writing this we were already along the lines. We had written the Lipreader, we had written Gold, and we were kind of thinking, you know, this is where like the concept of like we want to do music videos, you know, with these. That's where it kind of started, and we were like, we want to have a, you know, a story to it and everything. So I think Black Denim is the song that I would say establishes kind of most of the story of like the music videos and stuff. For the people that have seen it, you know, we have our black denim jackets with the gold heart on them, and that's like the main, I guess, punchline of the song is, you know, the black denim and a heart of gold means I don't ever do what I'm told, you know. So this was definitely a song, I think, at least when we were writing the lyrics and stuff, that we wanted to make it, you know, more thematic. We wanted it to kind of fit with the other songs. Like you have the line, you bought every word I sold, but I didn't know it would turn you so cold, which is a throwback to the Lipreader, you know, in the chorus, she's so cold. You know, little things like that. So lyrically, I think we were trying to get a little more thematic with this one. Musically, it kind of all started off that bass line.
Well, we started with the sample, and then
the synth, yeah.
So we got like this little synth, and from there we made the woo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. And that was kind of what started the whole thing
right there.
And then we almost, by the time we had like written most of it, didn't we almost scrap it?
We were,
we were like 2 seconds from like cutting it and like just starting over.
Yeah, we couldn't. It, you know, when you're writing music and stuff, there are some songs, like we'll talk about Disarm more when we get there, but like there are some songs like Disarm where you catch the vibe and you write the song in 2 hours, you know, the whole thing. There are other songs like Black Denim where maybe you write a little bit now, you argue over, you know, whether it should be this chord or that chord, you know, and that happens for a week. And then you come back to it and write a little bit more here. You write a melody over it, rewrite the melody 4 times, you know. Black Denim was definitely one of those songs that
I think, didn't the verse melody, it started out as dangerous.
Yeah, it was definitely
it's come a long way.
It's come a long way. I'll say that much.
And I know you think I'm heartless, and it's true, you took the words right from my mouth, but I never wanted you to go and talk all that na-na-na. And my back's against the wall now, as my cool composure slowly slips away. So don't act so surprised when all of this blows up in your face. Black denim and a heart of gold means I don't ever do what the fuck I'm told. Negative energy, I made an enemy now. With a love that's loaded and a wanna open, yeah. I don't ever do what the fuck I'm told. You bought every word I sold, but I didn't know that it would turn you so cold. Negative energy, I made an enemy now. With a love that's slow, didn't wanna open, yeah. Oh no, she'll be the death of me. I made an enemy now. With a love that's slow, didn't wanna open. Black denim in a heart of gold. You bought every word I sold. Black denim in a heart of gold means I don't ever do what the fuck I'm told. You bought every word I sold, but I didn't know that it would turn you so. Negative energy, I made an enemy now. With a love that's slow, didn't wanna open, yeah. Oh no, she'll be the death of me. I made an enemy now. With a love that's slow, didn't wanna open. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but it was close to, being scrapped. We were pretty close to just saying, nah, it just doesn't fit the vibe.
Well, I like that kind of hearing those stories and hearing like demo versions and different stuff like that compared to what ended up being on the record. And I just like, because sometimes it is like maybe there's the idea there's something there, and it just hasn't all clicked for whatever reason. Just one missing piece or one little idea. That's always one of my favorite things about is once it finally, oh, there it is. It's like whatever you guys did to change it to make it to where it's like now it's a complete song and stuff like it's always fun to watch that as a song evolves with you guys and stuff. So
I think we even going into the studio with it, we were still a little uncertain.
Yeah, it's funny.
Our producer Kevin W. Gates of Reach Audio, go check him out.
Shout out.
Kevin W. Gates. He I remember he told us after sending us the first mix that he's like, this is my favorite song that you guys have done. So
and that was when for me again that it clicked, because that song it's such just a rock banger. Definitely probably the most, it's just the most straight rock song that we probably have, even though there is the synths and everything. When we got that mix back and it was so punchy and everything was just locking in, I think that for me is what makes the song powerful, That makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Kevin.
Thanks,
I know he's
Kevin's
I know he's done a lot of good work around town with a bunch of my friends. So
great mentor, great producer.
Oh yeah, it's a great dude all around.
Yeah. I was also kind of wondering how much of that was how much I always enjoy that kind of talk too, how much he had in his hand in the mix, helping create some of the sounds that how much you guys how close these 4 songs going into the studio, were they pretty good? You guys had a pretty good idea, this is what we're going for, or did Kevin kind of help mold that just a little bit more?
I'd say it was, we went into the studio with a pretty good idea of what the songs sounded like. Kevin, with our music, does a really, 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 really good job of blowing it up and making it, filling it out. Just, we've got this, this bounce house that's not inflated, but we got the bounce house together, and then Kevin comes and just inflates that thing all the way up.
The bounciest bounce house you've
ever been in.
Yeah.
It wasn't always like that though. There was Kevin's always made it sound great, but it was whenever we were first went in there recording like stuff on the move, when we first went in to record Chemical Caroline, like I said, that was the first song we recorded with him. And it's always, you know, it was our first time as a band like recording anything really seriously. And we were very like anxious, I would say, going into it. Yeah. Chemical Caroline, that's one song, it was completely different. You know, it was way slower. It was almost a ballad. But when we brought it in, Kevin said, all right, we're cutting off this intro. We're speeding it up, 10, BPM. And this is how the song's, and for the four of us that had like grown super attached to the song,
it's
going
difficult.
It was kind of scary. At first we were like, what is going on? Like he's changing, he's ruining the song. Oh no. But Kevin's a very convincing person, so
always trust in Kevin.
Yeah, trust Kevin. He got 2 rules in his studio: trust Kevin, suck less. So we went with it. We trusted him, and it, and then the song turned out so much better than it would have if we had it our way, which is what a good producer does.
Absolutely.
He filters out the bullshit and makes it good. But then, with the new stuff on Weaponize Your Love, we had already been in the studio with Kevin, 3 or 4 times at this point.
For 5 songs at that
5 songs.
Five songs at that point.
We'd been in the studio, Sometimes we'd get a couple songs in a weekend or 4 days or so. But
he really helped us grow to like know how to like write our music, I guess, properly.
Band, period. Be a band. He helped us a lot with that.
Sure. Well, yeah, as you're saying, all those things, as the first time you're all super nervous, you're like, what are we doing kind of thing. And then, so that coaching and the studio and everything else makes it so much easier for the 3rd, 4th, 5th time you're going in there. You're already like, well, we have this relationship now. We know how each other works. We're better prepared. Everything else, like it's going to become easier and better for everybody. So, so it's cool to see that all that work continue to build up into where we got the product today.
Yeah, now we go into the studio with half a song. We're like, Kevin, write the rest of the song for us. We're paying you.
Yeah. And as the bassist, I learned to bring video games to the studio.
Yeah.
Records for 20 minutes. Yeah. Guitar time.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I get.
I was in the studio a while back with some buddies of mine, and I noticed there's a lot of that. There's a lot of downtime for some of the other guys, and as what they're working on. While the other members working on something else, their guitar part or vocal part or whatever it is, and then the rest of the guys, we were just playing video games. So
we always we always when we go down there, it's like a different game each time. Usually a phone game,
Oh yeah.
But this time we're on Clash Royale, and that's
Clash Royale.
That's where it's been hanging out.
Yeah, we're staying.
We've been hanging there, so it's like every time we go down, it's like I'll go in this because it's usually a 2-day process for a song when we record with Kevin. Which, the whole studio thing, it's very very glamorized. I think people think you're just going in there and you're rocking out the whole time and partying. And it really is a lot of like I'll be in the recording the drums. Everyone else is sitting out there for 3 hours on their phones, playing a video game, so we like to, we get a little competitive with it too, we all get a new game every time we go down and kind of see who can get the best at it. It's always fun.
Yeah. All right, well, let's talk about Disarm. We're beginning, this is the final track on the EP. What are you guys thinking?
How did this one even start? So this one was a little different than our other ones, at least on this record in particular, because like you were saying before, like a lot of the songs kind of have like these cool synths and stuff, and this one does have that one synth.
It started with the progression. This one, I think you were like, Andrew, play a cool progression, and I was like, and then I was able to do a somewhat cool, and I think we made it work. I think that's how it started.
That's usually that's how a lot of our songs start. Like I'll be sitting there, I'll be like, Andrew, come up with an iconic guitar riff, something like that.
Could you just do something cool?
Yeah, just do something really awesome right somewhere. Yeah, but this one's a little different because this one, I would almost disagree with Andrew a little bit before because he was saying Black Denim's are rocker. I think Disarm's a little bit of a rock tune because this one's a lot of. It's just got the one synth throughout the entire song, which doesn't sound too crazy, but that's unheard of for us to make it through a song with only one synth. That is a good argument
to make. That's true.
Mm-hmm. Andrew had a lot of fun. Lots of guitar riffs and stuff in that.
Oh, it's spicy. We get a little spicy for sure. For me, I mean, the thing that always stands out to me about this song, and this is maybe a little more on the vocal side, but it is, I think, especially lyrically and just vocally. I mean, I think that this is where we kind of, the first song on the EP, all the rest of them are more kind of flexing a little bit, and this one is like where we really, it's like opening up a little bit. To me, kind of just, open it up into that huge chorus and everything with the strings towards the end. This one kind of, I think it was significant to me in that we were kind of, it represented for me exploring a new kind of musical direction a little bit, or not necessarily new direction, but kind of just expanding on what I thought we had with the other 3 songs, which we did have already at that point.
And there's an acoustic guitar in there too, right?
There is.
Yeah.
Might be. Yeah. Is that the first time we've had an acoustic?
No, because there's acoustic in our movie Too Fast.
It's the most prominent placement, though, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even think about that before.
Yeah, and that was, speaking of like doing stuff in the studio, I think that was definitely a bit, the whole ending of the song with the acoustic guitar was kind of a studio thing. A lot of that with the They don't let me sing that usually.
As you
But
are.
all that, I remember kind of working that out, bringing the guitar outside, working that out together at the studio. Okay, how is this gonna work? And then I think that
Yeah, 'cause
ended
we
up
didn't really
being
have an
cool.
ending.
Yeah, we
Really
didn't.
figured out, and then during the 20 to 30 minutes that Nathan was recording all of his bass lines, the rest of us, kind of went outside for a minute. We were like, all right, let's figure out.
Yeah, we got to figure this thing out, man.
Yeah, definitely. Like he was saying, though, to expand on what he was saying, lyrically, this one, is very different than I think a lot of our other songs. When we're writing lyrics, we with a lot of our songs, we're going for like, what sounds cool, what kind of, or what kind of cool like wordplay can we fit in here. With this song, it's a little more raw. It has more emotion to it. There was a lot of the times when we're writing lyrics, we'll like come up with, some more emotional lyrics and then kind of hide them behind like, metaphors and vague wordplay, stuff like that. So, but with this one, with Disarm, I think we kind of just wanted to leave it, kind of raw, exposed, a little bit more vulnerable. And, just, I've heard, some feedback, people that have just really like connected with like some of the lyrics and stuff. And I mean, that's just been really like humbling, to hear, to see, that, other people, kind of going through some of the same things that you are and relating, through your music and saying, oh, this kind of helped me.
Yeah.
That's a pretty crazy experience that we didn't really have before.
Well, that's like the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's got to feel good. And then like have people singing them songs back to you at the shows and everything else.
That's huge.
That is like the coolest thing.
Yeah.
I remember like the first time we headlined a show, it was the Christmas show.
Mm-hmm. Follow a lot, Foo Bar.
Yeah, Follow a lot, Foo Bar, and we like oversold it.
Mm-hmm.
They took out all the tables and chairs in that venue.
Yeah, it was a super fun time. And I remember in like one of the songs, I think it was "Are We Moving Too Fast?" Instead of me singing "Are we moving too fast?" Sorry, I got a cramp. I was like, "Oh my gosh!" But like instead of singing "Are we moving too fast?" I just didn't. I just like turned the mic around and it like blew up, and I was like, "No way! This is the coolest thing ever!"
Nice.
Like it blew my mind.
Yeah. It's always great having the crowd.
Yeah, support. It's super cool. It's like.
What was wasn't it in Gold, I think, where like the clap, right. And that was another moment where I was like, when I was listening, I was like, I imagine that's a good interactive moment with the crowd where people pick up on that and do the clap with you.
Yeah, I'll say that was a little bit I know we were talking about Seinfeld earlier. That one was a little bit of a Friends reference, so no one told me life was gonna be this way.
Right.
We're like, oh yeah, we should do that.
Yeah.
Throw one of those in there.
There you go.
The crew that you're running with.
Yeah.
So we got Seinfeld and Friends references in
all the hits
in our EP. Yeah.
Yeah.
Frasier, you're next.
Just all the classic 90s sitcoms.
92.
92.
Yeah, man.
There you go.
All right, so I've been going around asking some of these questions, and let's all right, so we have a Malibu 92 action figure box set. What would be your three accessories to go with your action figure?
Each of us like individually?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh shoot!
Haha, your drumsticks take up 2.
No, they don't. That counts as 1. The drumsticks. Oh, I gotta think about this for a second.
Oh yeah. I mean, I would have to have a guitar. That's kind of obligatory.
Yeah, the bass.
Yeah, each instrument. I would have a mic.
Yeah, a mic.
Oh, and then the weapons from the Black Denim videos.
Oh, that would be so cool. Yeah, each of the weapons.
The crowbar.
The knife.
Nunchucks.
Bat.
Gotta have the jackets too.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
and the jackets.
The jackets.
There we go.
Yeah, that's it.
That would be
Golden
like
Hearts
that would
jackets.
definitely be the coolest.
Yeah, the Malibu '92 box set would be the Golden Hearts.
Golden
Yeah, it wouldn't even be us.
There'd
It'd
be
our
a,
characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we'd have the corresponding Lipreader box set, and then you could get all the other gangs as well. You could complete the whole collection.
That'd be some cool stuff.
Yeah, man.
I would buy all of them.
Yeah,
That'd be
yeah.
so cool.
Let's make them.
All right, that's a merch idea right there.
Yeah.
How much do you think it costs to make action figures?
Right.
I don't know. We could 3D print them, honestly.
Dude, because honestly, a 3D printer and like all the filament you need, not that expensive. It's an investment.
It's a little. It's a
We
bit
can't
of
do
an
that.
investment. It's not like that much in comparison to like the
And this-
potential return.
In this day and age, it's doable.
Oh yeah, because like tabletop action figures, all that stuff, it's coming back.
Sure.
Old school is coming back. Like that's super big. Like today, is I feel like it's like so much old school stuff is coming back.
Because we're getting too involved in the tech, and everyone's like pulling their heads out of their phone and being like, "Holy crap! All this stuff is super cool.
Yeah,
Let's do this." And it's like,
right, revamping it in a whole new way because like everything's already been done and everything been around for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So like you've got to find a new way to spice up something that's old but also new.
That's happening in music, I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
how many songs?
Exactly.
How many pop songs on the radio today have like mega 80s?
Oh, yeah.
The disco is
yeah.
coming back.
Huh?
Yeah.
Do it.
Oh,
the,
dude,
The 90s
man.
are coming around though. The 90s are coming back.
"Oh, dude, yeah."
It only makes sense.
Foo Fighters just did the DGs.
Oh yeah.
They did a whole cover album of Bee Gees songs, and it sounds awesome, man. Like I don't know, just I didn't think a new disco record would sound cool, but they did a good job with it. So,
Dude, first off, we need like a disco club around here. Some
That'd be so cool.
like, come on, like,
Open it.
Disco died
Open
super
one up, so.
fast.
let's go.
some Boogie Fever.
Too
man.
fast.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
got that serious boogie fever. Jones and
Without cap.
What
Ford.
what would be a dream duet or collaboration you guys would love to see for this record or for this group?
John Bellion.
Yeah, John
It'd be
Bellion.
John Bellion or
Don
Don
Broco?
Broco.
Yeah, Don
Yeah,
Broco,
yeah.
too.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Those are the two. Anytime somebody asks, like, "Hey, what are your biggest influences?" John Bellion, Don Broco, which are kind of two opposite ends of the spectrum.
Which is
Perfect.
good.
But I think if you listen to our music and you listen to either of them, I think you'd agree.
Yeah.
I think we'd all take a Kanye feature too.
Oh,
Yeah, for sure.
I read something that he's working on a new record and like he's got a studio set up at like the football
Mercedes.
stadium.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
could tell you all about
Yeah,
that.
oh, we have to out, man.
Donda.
I'm just like I
Which
don't know.
is not out.
It's gonna drop.
It's coming out August 6th.
I just thought
Is
that
it?
was like
Maybe.
kind of a different approach. Like why the football stadium and stuff like.
Because he had the listening party there. Did you see any of that?
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
live
was
stream.
something. That was the live stream on Apple Music.
Did it
Started
actually
like
happen?
2-3
Yeah,
hours
the live
late.
stream happened.
Yeah, but it was really. He's in like a red like jumpsuit, just kind of walking
He
around
just walks around the
to
whole
it.
time.
I
but
thought
it's
it was
amazing.
actually. It is pretty
It's
amazing.
amazing.
The album's fire. I'm ready for it.
We're
I
big Kanye fans.
Yeah. Well, I've obviously been a Kanye fan a long time, and but for me, the early records are some of my favorite stuff. Like,
College Dropout.
yeah, for sure. I mean, it's just
Registration,
it's fun to see his growth as an artist, but that's the stuff I connected to the most, and the more
For
of
sure.
more of his lyrical based content and stuff where actually and then he started getting farther and farther with the production and stuff, like getting more elaborate with the synth and different different instruments and stuff, but it's all cool. I just like that's my flavors, like kind of the earliest College Dropout and everything else. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got we got the Kanye reference in Are We Moving Too Fast?
Yeah.
Throw on some Kanye and put your love on lockdown.
Right.
Yeah, you can't no one can come and tell us that we're not Kanye fans. We got that documented.
All right. Let's see. So, all right. We have a Malibu 92 biopic. Who would you guys like to see cast to play you in the movie version of the story?
Oh, I get dibs on Leo.
You don't get Leo. No, if anybody gets Leo, it's Craven. Come on.
Okay, I'll
Come
take
on.
Ryan Reynolds.
I can see that. Yeah, you can have Ryan
Oh
Reynolds.
shit. Oh,
This is kind of weird, but I think I'd take Ed Sheeran.
I hit Daniel Radcliffe.
No, wait,
Yeah, I
he should
look
be
like-
Daniel.
I guess he
Tell me
should
I
have
look like
Daniel
Harry Potter.
Radcliffe.
I probably have to do that.
I'd like to take
I'd rather be Ryan.
Gosling, man. Gosling? That would be sick.
The
Okay.
goose.
Yeah.
All right, so
Ryan
wait, okay,
Gosling.
so you got Ryan Gosling. You're gonna take Daniel Radcliffe because
Yeah.
you have to.
It's okay. I'll be here.
I feel like
I'll take it. No,
I
he's
could
a
go.
handsome.
Yeah, no,
I'll take
I'm
it.
thinking
I'm flattered.
for myself. I mean, Ed Sheeran would be funny.
Or
I just
the
think it'd be
Eve
funny.
6 guy.
Or the Eve Six, the lead singer of Eve
Oh, yeah.
Six.
Man, he's going off on Twitter. Man,
He's killing it.
Who would Nathan?
I don't know, man. I'm like super not good with names, so like I don't know people.
Oh, I could see I was thinking maybe the Wallows guy / 13 Reasons Why. I don't remember what his name is.
No,
Dylan Minnette, maybe.
who played Roderick in
Oh,
God.
What
that
is
guy,
his name?
the first Roderick, not the second one.
Yeah.
The original, yeah, that guy.
He's in the
Alright.
100 too. He's also
That's a
in the
pretty
100.
good show. I haven't finished it, but
Oh
pretty
yeah,
good.
super good show.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's make that happen.
You don't even know his name, Roderick. You know
Roderick.
All right. What's a song that always gets stuck in your head? What do you guys wake up this morning stuck in your head?
Gold by Malibu 92. Man, I literally walk around my house all the time going like dooty 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 doo. Yeah. Just all the time.
I mean, hey, not to go off on a huge tangent about it. I was gonna say I'm gonna try not to talk about it today, but I gotta talk about Limp Bizkit right now.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's very funny. Me and my girlfriend, we actually went to Lala yesterday, and Limp Bizkit was on the bill. Didn't originally plan on seeing Limp Bizkit, but it was like, okay, gotta check it out for the meme, kind of. It's Limp Bizkit, but it ended up being by far the best of the day. Are you a Limp Bizkit fan?
I mean, like the old stuff that I grew up on.
Oh yeah.
All $3 bill, y'all, and Significant Other. And,
Rolling.
yeah, by
That's the song.
Yeah, by hot dog flavored water or chocolate starfish. I started kind of taking the turn. I wasn't as into that record as much, but Significant Others, it's a great record. But anyway, yeah, but I hear they throw down live though. Like I hear it's a great live show.
Well, Fred Durst came out. The thing that was crazy is he came out. I don't know if you've seen pictures or anything. He came out.
It looks like somebody's dead now,
He
like
did.
a grandpa or what are
He
you?
looked like Johnny Knoxville and Bad Grandpa.
Right, yeah.
And he was rolling on.
Yeah, man. Those. I mean, it's like a meme going on and everything else. Like it just definitely didn't see that coming. All the all gray hair and the mustache and everything, and so. But they, I think they're doing a run with Spirit Box and stuff. I was like, man, that could be a cool show. Seeing that in a small room somewhere.
Oh, that would be cool. I did kind of think that because that was my thing with the festivals and stuff. Sometimes it's so big. A lot of these artists, I just want to see smaller venues.
Yeah. That's my biggest thing with like a lot of those festivals is like, well, one, you have to like pick and choose because they put, they like 3 stages going or whatever kind of thing. It makes it hard to like, well, I want to watch all of them. It's hard to pick which ones I really want to commit to. And, but that's my biggest thing is like, doesn't really do much for me sitting in the back of the, hill where 100,000 people and stuff compared to, inside the pageant with 3,000 people or whatever. So it's like kind of thing like that. I'd much rather see him headlining in a small room, like compared to a massive field somewhere.
Yeah.
It's a very different experience.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a good way to get exposed to a lot of music though in one day though. That's the thing. Like that's the nice thing about it. You can get all sorts of different stuff in a matter of a couple hours. So I'm kind of hoping that we got a little, some smaller ones, but like, we used to have the Lou Fest in town, and like, and I keep hoping that somebody revives something along those lines where we get a big, festival like that through
That'd be great.
in the area again. So, but yeah, maybe someday. Again, you can snag some tickets to join us at Red Flag August 18th, and for the Weaponize Your Love EP release party featuring Post Sex Nachos, Ryan Cheney, and the public. And we're kicking off things around doors at 7 or something.
Doors at 7.
Yeah, door 7, show 7:30.
Yeah. So come on out and have a good time with us. It's gonna be a dance party. If you don't know any of the other bands, you need to go do some homework because they're all amazing too. So it's gonna be a lot of fun.
We got the playlist. We have the playlist on our Spotify to get you introduced to all the bands that are going to be on the show. So go check that out. It's a great playlist.
And make sure if you're coming out to the show, check out our 4-part short film music video. That is what's the title? A Heart of Gold.
Heart of Gold.
Heart of Gold. Yeah, so check that out on YouTube.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for doing this. This has been super cool. Really glad we made time to make it happen today, and looking forward to the show and getting to hang with you guys some more. So appreciate you guys doing this.
Yeah, thanks for having us
out here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Bye, everybody.
Peace.
Peace.
Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast.
Well, yeah, that was it.